My name is Peter Hayes, and I play guitar and sing and other things in the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club.
How you enjoyed the city of Amsterdam?
Well, I enjoy walking around the city and the art and the people. It's been nice. Yeah, it's been nice.
If you compare your last album with your newest album, did you think there's been an evolution?
Yeah, a little bit. We're still trying to. It's still a lot more to do. I mean, as far as learning how to produce ourselves and record ourselves.
So you want more control about your creative output?
Well, we've got a pretty big bubble around us as far as people are kind of scared to step into it and say, you know, well, what they think what should be done with our music, but it's not necessarily for the best, you know. We like to believe that we have the best thing in mind for it but it might not be true. And it's really hard to not be emotional, because everybody wants what's best, and it's just, you know, it's being able to find and work with people that, and it's a hard line to walk between what's best for the song and what's best for the music, and what's best for the listener to understand it. And if you start thinking about the listener too much, then you start thinking about singles, and you know that gets complicated. You know, that's not the best thing. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of evolving. It's kind of a bad thing. I think it's kind of talking about music when you should be just playing it and let it be what it is. You know, that's an evolution that we are trying to not evolve to. As far as there's a line you cross, I think.
You used a lot of acoustic guitars on your new album. How do you manage to recreate that sound on stage?
We have an extra guy with us on stage playing acoustic guitars behind the electrics on some things. Other than that, we skip it, you know, or else if it's just, you know, for an album like Howl, you know, we just play acoustic on stage, you know, nothing else.
On your albums, there have been some tracks that are critical towards the U.S. policy.
Yeah.
How do you look at the current political situation in your country?
Excuse me. The only thing I can really say about it is it's a shame to me that religion and government have been blended together. I don't think they belong anywhere near each other, and it seems like the American government and a couple others are kind of holding people hostage within religion and making it seem as though if you don't believe in the one and only God, if you don't support our government. And that's just wrong. That is dead wrong, I think.
And what are you trying to say with your political songs? What are you trying to awaken the people, or is there some other goal?
People are aware of it. Everybody's aware of it. It's just a question of what can we do about it. You know, I mean, there's only so much you can call somebody an asshole. You know, what else can you do? They're leaving very little option as far as in America. They're leaving very little option besides pick up a weapon and do something, you know, that I don't necessarily believe in. I guess I don't believe in killing, you know. But the options are running out for people to do something.
Would you take up the pen?
Yeah, you know, that's all you have left. You know, it's kind of you give voice to that thought. That's what we're left with right now.
Is that your weapon of choice?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It was a nice track on the album, I must say too. What were the difficulties during the recording process?
I guess the hardest thing was we were writing a lot of it while we were on tour for Howl, and so a lot of songs were just pieces of sound checks that we had done, and we never followed up with them that day, or a week later. It was 6-9 months later we went back to those tapes and then tried to recreate, kind of like you try to recreate the spirit you were in that day and that moment. That's really hard to do as far as when you're writing. When you're playing and the song's done, it's a lot easier. It's like, okay, the song's there, it kind of gives you where to go, but if you don't know where to go to begin with, it's really hard to write like that. I found it hard.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.